Alright, and welcome to the ultimate guide to isosceles triangles, level 1. Now, in problem number 1, it says given triangle ACB is isosceles and AC is congruent to BC. So let's see, AC is congruent to BC. Now this tells us some other things. It tells us that, you know what, these are my congruent base angles, and it tells us that this angle here in the middle is going to be what we call the vertex angle. Now let's go ahead and label our parts. So I see that angle CAB is 6x plus 18, and I see that CBA, CBA is 9x minus 12. Well, you have to ask yourself in this situation, what in the world do we know about the base angles of an isosceles triangle? And what we know is that we can actually set those things equal because the base angles are congruent. So let's go ahead and do 6x plus 18 is equal to 9x minus 12. And whenever we have x's on both sides, you always ask yourself, what should I move first, my x's or my constants? And most students will tend to miss this initially, but you always want to move your x's first. And let's move our smaller x. So let's subtract 6x from both sides. Now we have 18 is equal to 3x minus 12. And at this point, you should be pretty familiar. We know that we get rid of our subtraction first. And 18 plus 12 is 30 equals 3x. Here we divide both sides by 3, and x is equal to 10. Now, that actually does not answer the question because the question is find the measure of the vertex angle. And the problem is we actually don't have any sort of expression representing the vertex. So what do? Well, what we should do is we should take any one of our base angles. So let's take this 6x plus 18. And let's plug in our x value of 10. So we know that 6 times 10 is 60 plus 18 is 78 degrees. So now what I know, and here let's see here. Let's just write it right here. Now I know that each of my base angles is 78 degrees. I'm just squeezing it in. Well, since those are both 78, what I can do is I can add those up together, subtract from 180, and then find my vertex angle. So let's see what that would look like. I know that 78 plus 78 is 156, I believe. And then we will go ahead and subtract that from 180. You can check my math. And 180 minus 56 should be 24 degrees. And there we go. Our vertex angle is 24 degrees. All right. Well, all the rest of the problems are going to be almost incredibly similar to this one or exactly like this one. So read the problem carefully to see what the problem is asking for. Good luck.